Hey, I'm Sapphire. Want to hear something scary? Before we head into our next story, make sure you're subscribed.
This next chapter comes from Lila, whose life changed after she took a pocket watch from a haunted shack. Lila had always been somewhat of an outcast at school.
Because of her thin frame and gaunt features, kids were afraid of her. But there were 4 girls in particular who loved to pick on her. They called her Demon Girl.
When Lila tried to speak up, things only got worse. The girls made sure she was complete.
Rumor had it that there was a black wooden hut where a witch lived. So one night she decided to visit the hut alone. Led by nothing more than the light from her cell phone, she walked down the rocky path and stood before the small, cobweb-covered hut.
There were no lights or sounds coming from inside. Lila reached for the door and pushed it open.
Everything was covered in spider webs and dust. It looked like no one had stepped a foot in there for decades.
Then something caught her eye. On the table was a pocket watch. It was the only thing in the shack that wasn't completely covered in dust.
It didn't look like it worked anymore, though. It only had one hand, which pointed at 12. Still, Layla thought it was beautiful.
The next morning, Layla got ready for school. But when she went downstairs, her mom shot her a confused look.
Did you dye your hair?
No. Well, something's different. Layla caught her reflection. Her mom was right. Her hair used to be light brown, but now it was almost black.
And then came the shadow. Every now and then, Layla would see someone watching her. When she turned to look, it would be gone.
One day at school, Christina headed straight for her and immediately began throwing rude words in her face, trying to scare her. But Layla wasn't scared anymore.
I wish she would be out of my life forever.
The next day, Christina didn't show up. Layla noticed something odd. The cover was flipped open, and the hand was now pointing at one.
She threw the pocket watch in the trash, but it just reappeared in her pocket. It wouldn't let her go.
Eventually, anyone who gave Layla a hard time had something unpleasant happen.
The next day, Emma was found in the woods. She was devoured by a pack of wolves. Layla knew things had gone way too far.
She had to destroy it. She went back to the graveyard and threw the watch back on the table. And the very next day, the curse was broken.
Things were back the way they were. Lila was free. But no one dared mess with her again.